In Chapter 1107 and then in Chapter 1108, we have seen Sanji standing up to both Kizaru and Saturn. That was badass. Now, I know that did not lead to an actual fight between them and Sanji, and it's not like Sanji could have won, but it does make you wonder though. Like, who is the strongest character Sanji can beat right now? Can he beat King? What about Katakuri? Heck, what about Marco? Can Sanji beat Marco the Phoenix? Well guys, that's what we're going to find out today. Definitely press that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. It helps the channel grow, which would inspire more videos like this one. Alright, with that said, let's find out who is the strongest character Sanji can defeat right now. Now, the strongest character Sanji has defeated till now is Queen. But it's also worth noting that when he awakened all those genetic modifications, he was no longer a fair match for Queen. The thing about Sanji is that when he defeats his opponents, he defeats them more easily than Luffy and Zoro. Zoro had to put way more effort into defeating King than Sanji exerted in defeating Queen. And of course, Luffy vs Kaido is a different tier altogether, but this is important. If Sanji was easily able to defeat Queen after awakening his genetic modifications, then where does he actually scale? Like, what if Zoro had stayed on the rooftop and Sanji fought King instead? Could he have defeated him? Yes. Sanji may not have advanced Conqueror's Haki like Zoro, however, he won't be getting hurt by King's flames. His flames are also better, and he is faster than King anyway. The only aspect where King might have an edge is durability. But that is debatable because we know Sanji's durability saw a massive boost when he awakened those Germa genes. Still, King is a Lunarian. He is eaten an ancient, and he is Kaido's right-hand man. He is a menace, no doubt. And I'm not going to deny that King may have higher durability than Sanji. However, Sanji's speed is underrated. It doesn't matter if King goes speed mode, because he will be outclassed either way. Remember, Sanji is so fast that Queen literally could not even see him. Heck, even back in Whole Cake Island, he was so fast that Oven couldn't see him. If he was that fast back then, imagine how fast he must have gotten since awakening that exoskeleton. So yes, all things considered, Sanji can defeat King, but can Sanji defeat Katakuri? This is interesting because who is stronger between them anyway? Katakuri has Conqueror's Haki, and he has Advanced Observation Haki as well. He may not be from a legendary race like King, and he does not have an Ancient Zoan. But you could argue that Big Mom's genes and a special paramecia go just as hard. I'd say that even if Katakuri is not actually stronger than King, he can still be considered a better opponent than King. However, how hard is it going to be for Sanji to defeat him? Back in Whole Cake Island, Sanji was able to dodge Katakuri's Jelly Bean. Even back then, he was able to dodge an attack from someone who can literally see into the future. Of course, the current Sanji completely outclassed the Sanji from Whole Cake Island, which just means that his speed would be even more of a threat. It doesn't matter what Katakuri tries. He will always fall one step short of reaching Sanji. There is a reason why Luffy came up with Snake Man during this fight. Speed is the key to defeating Katakuri. And if during this fight, Sanji somehow manages to learn Advanced Observation Haki, then he is going to just straight up bully Katakuri. But even if he doesn't learn Advanced Observation Haki, Sanji is simply faster, stronger, and more durable than Snake Man. It wouldn't even be close. Sanji would win. And hypothetically, let's assume that Katakuri has learned Advanced Conqueror's Haki. Well, in this case, we'll give Sanji Future Sight, and the result will stay the same. Sanji will win. Naturally, Sanji can also defeat Doflamingo, but it is debatable if he can defeat Law and Kid. We'll talk about that at the end. For now, let's see if he can defeat Marco. The thing about Marco is that he not only has a mythical Zoan, and the endurance that comes with it, he can also instantly heal any damage he may suffer. If he had Conqueror's Haki, he could have become an Emperor-level fighter no problem. Though what do you think? Does Sanji have a solid shot at defeating Marco? I think we're seeing a pattern here. Sanji would win against King because he has better flames and he is also much faster. Sanji would win against Katakuri because he is not only faster, his attack potency is stronger than that of Snake Man. And if we're talking about Marco, we have to consider that Sanji can also regenerate like Marco. He's definitely faster than him as well. And for what it's worth, Sanji can also fly. They're not very different from each other except the mythical Zoan and auto-healing that makes Marco stand out. However, it's not like Marco has any attacks that can seriously hurt Sanji either. Don't get me wrong, there is probably no one in the entire series who can stall better than Marco. He managed to stall both King and Queen at the same time. He stalled out admirals during Marineford. He stalled Big Mom during Wano. But in a one-on-one fight without any distractions, Sanji would be able to defeat him. Remember, Earfit Jambe is no joke. It combines his genetic enhancements with armament haki and boosts it with flames that are blue. Blue is the hottest color of flames. Now, you can argue that Marco has flames too, but unlike Sanji's flames, Marco's flames are for healing. He could win if he can outlast Marco in a battle of endurance or stamina, but overall, when it comes to attack potency, speed, and strength, Sanji wins. So yes, he can beat Marco. But, and this is important, can Sanji beat Kid or Law? Both of them together took down Big Mom, and although they were defeated in the very next arc, it's worth noting that they were defeated by actual emperors. Law was defeated by Blackbeard, Kid was defeated by Shanks. What do you think? If it were Zoro and Sanji, could they have taken down Big Mom by themselves? Probably not. This is because of portrayal. Law and Kid both simply have a better portrayal than Sanji. It's also because of the portrayal that Zoro somehow always comes out to be just a tiny bit stronger than Sanji. Unlike Sanji, or even Zoro for that matter, Law and Kid are pirate captains who took down an emperor. They both have Devil Fruit awakenings and their abilities are pretty broken too. So far, Sanji has shown nothing that can put him above either of them, or even at the same level as them. It doesn't matter who. Law and Kid should be able to take down any commander level character even if it's Marco or Ben Beckman. They are not the same as Luffy though. That much is obvious. But how many characters in this story have gotten a bounty worth 3 billion berries? I do hope that they return to the story though. Kid hasn't even learned Advanced Conqueror's Haki yet. Overall, the strongest character Sanji can defeat in the story of the Egghead Island arc is Marco. But he is going to get stronger and stronger, and it's pretty much inevitable that Sanji will eventually defeat an Admiral level threat. But let me know what you guys think. Do you agree that Sanji is weaker than Kid and Law but stronger than Marco? Or do you think it's just a bunch of copium? Come on guys, let's continue this discussion in the comments section down below. And remember to kick that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed the video. It is always appreciated. Well then, I'll see y'all in the next video. Ja ne!